Welcome aboard the Sanlorenzo 500 Explorer M. And I know what you're thinking, Jack, you've already toured one of those. You're right, we have. Her sister ship, Arrow, a couple of years ago. But there are some very, very important differences. First of all, this one's interior is completely different. Secondly, this one can carry a plane. So if you buy this, not only are you getting a 47-metre super yacht, you're also getting a part-time airport. And if you are interested, you can both buy and charter this through TWW Yachts. I'll put information in the description. And right now, we're going to tour it from top to bottom. Let's get going. I'm Jack Haines. Welcome to YachtBuyer. If you enjoy tours of big stuff like this, make sure you subscribe to the YachtBuyer channel, hit subscribe and the bell icon, and you'll never miss one. Right, let's carry on with this tour then, shall we? So down here at the waterline, this is a big transom hatch that I'm standing on now. It folds up to completely enclose this area and the hangar where the plane lifts, obviously, but then it drops down and it creates this really nice extended bathing platform where you can get in and out of the water, have a swim, they can put furniture out right down here by the waterline. The other nice thing they've got is a proper deck shower as well. So you can get out and have a proper shower once you've been for a swim. Right, let's check out that hangar. Yeah, a hangar, not something you see all that often. And in here, you have space for an Icon A5. Obviously, it's not on board right at the moment. They've got the rescue tender here, but it probably uses this same cradle. You can see it's on runners, slides in and out, so they can bring the plane in and out, launch it, once you bring it in and keep it safe when the boat's on the move. Pretty special, and it's a really useful space as well. You can see they've got the sea bobs up here, loads of storage space down here for more toys, and also space for a gym as well. Small gym, but a gym all the same. And actually it's in a good spot because that is a drop down platform that opens up really nicely. There's steps down into the waters, you can swim off it as well. You can imagine working out in the morning, that would be a very nice space to do it. And there's a staircase next to the shower up onto the main deck, but we can also get up from here as well. This then is one of the key attractions of M, this huge flat aft deck. If you like carrying your toys, your tenders, your water sports equipment, your aircraft, this is a really amazing space. You've got a 7.5-ton deck crane, so you can lift things on and off here. As I said, it can carry a helicopter, submarine, you name it, you can carry it back here. And of course, when all that stuff is cleared off, it's a good socializing space as well. You can see here the crew have put seats down, you can relax in the sun or out of the sun. Really good party deck as well if you want to host a huge dance floor, isn't it? So it works really well in that, guys. And then down to this mezzanine area, it connects really well to the main saloon. So yeah, a couple of steps down. This staircase leads up to bridge deck. I'm obviously going to go up there later on, but for now I think we're going to stay on this deck and head into the interior. Stepping over the threshold, inside, this is where M feels really different. She was designed by Studio Indigo, who are a London-based interior design firm, and when they commissioned this, they spent €3 million on interior detailing and AV alone. It really does feel quite special. I like this area when you first come into the saloon, nice relaxed seating area with sliding doors on both sides as well, so you get a bit of natural breeze coming in here, and another way to get in that isn't, the aft doors. And then what you don't have is a centrally located dining table. That's here on the port side, still a good size, but not dominating the entire space like it so often can. And that leaves room over here on the starboard side for what I think is a really nice space. Intimate little drinks table, games table, right by the window, and some really bold furniture choices as well. And you see that throughout this interior, especially the lighting choices, really does stand out. And talking of standing out, well, take a look at this bar. It's a real feature. It's got the stools here, you just want to draw up and grab a drink. Of course, you've got the TV here, so maybe if you've got some sport on, this is a place where you sit and watch it. Not great viewing if you're down there, but up here, you've got a great view. And it's the central heart of this area of the boat. I think it works really well. If we keep moving forward, this is where we find the owner's cabin. Before we get there though, there's this guest lobby area, steps up to the bridge deck, steps down to the guest accommodation, and there's a sliding side door here as well that leads out onto the starboard side deck. Moving further forward, this is crew access into a pantry that connects down to the galley and their accommodation. And then here on the starboard side, there's a day head, conveniently placed for guests to use during the day. Nice views out of there as well. And then we arrive inside the owner's cabin. For me, another real standout feature on board this boat. On the starboard side, when you first come in, you have the toilet compartment. I'll explain why that's there in a moment. But first, let's have a look at the owner's study. which is just lovely. The size of it, huge space. I love the marble top desk, loads of storage in here as well. You've got nice storage for odds and ends behind too, TV, and of course a nice big window. So when you're sitting down doing some work, you've got lovely views. But let's carry on. There's much more to see in this cabin. There's a nice bar area here, so the owner can make coffees and teas and have drinks very easily from inside their cabin, not having to be served by the crew. Obviously a lovely big bed. You can see head heights throughout are spectacular, and again, this is where this decor feels lovely and bright. It's bright anyway, there's loads of glass, especially on the starboard side, you'll see in a moment, but the decor really lifts this and makes it feel even bigger than it actually is. Right forward, the bathroom, and because the toilet is over there, this space can be really large, especially when it comes to the size of the shower. Look at that, absolutely vast, big enough to have two showers, in fact, two rains, two wands, lovely slice of hull window as well, so even when you're showering you've got a view, twin sinks behind me, decked out in marble, mwah, beautiful. And then we have a walk-in wardrobe. Again, you know, this is an amazing size considering you've got such a big shower compartment over there. I love the finish in here as well. This sort of pink panelling looks really different, pink marble as well. Yeah, it feels lovely. But surely the finishing touch, we have to finish on the private owner's terrace. Look at that. It drops down. These railings pop out from the deck, and it can all be done by the owner. Push a button and you can come and do this. Come out here. Imagine this in a secluded anchorage of a morning. Make your coffee there, bring it out here, sit on your balcony and just survey your surroundings. Pretty special, huh? Right, from here we're going to head downstairs and check out the guest accommodation. Down here on the lower deck, I want to start in this lobby area because I think it exemplifies the attitude towards interior design on board this boat. When you first look at it, it looks like it's relatively sort of muted and sombre, but actually there's some amazing detail just in this little area. This blue cabinet down here with the blue marble, the blue fascia, and these lighting fitments on both sides are really unique and just elevate this area really nicely, as does the artwork. But it's not all about the lobby, of course, down here. We've got to look at the cabin. So let's start forward where there are identical VIPs. We'll just come into this one, and yeah, these are lovely, lovely spaces. Again, they are fitted out in a very similar way to the owner's cabin, but they have their own unique details as well, like the lighting either side of the TV, and they're pop-up TVs as well. Not something you often see in cabins, so it's nice that they will disappear out of the way completely when you're not using them. I also like the hull window shapes, you know, vertical rather than the usual horizontal. Looks different, but also draws in loads of natural light. And check out this sort of unique detailing behind the bedhead as well. The other thing is storage is great. You've got this large wardrobe back here with a safe, drawers inside it as well, and lovely private bathrooms too. They run behind the bed. Again, they're just dripping in marble. A similar style cubicle to the owner's cabin with the rain shower head, and again I like the fact that you get a nice big portion of hull window, so natural light is really good. Obviously you've got your sink as well. They are absolutely beautifully finished, and there's two more to enjoy when we head amidships. Back through the lovely lobby area then, and actually these two cabins are slightly different. We'll start over on this side because this one is arranged as a double, a nice double as well, good amount of space around either side for the occupants to climb in and out of bed. You've got Pullman berths as well, so you can have another person sleeping in here if you want to, and obviously, you know, similar sort of style to what we've seen before in terms of the portholes, but you'll notice that the bedhead paneling is slightly different, subtly different in each cabin, which is nice. Again, you've got the drop down TV, and of course these have private bathrooms as well. Very similar size to those VIP suites forward, so you don't feel like you're being shortchanged when it comes to your bathroom. Then over on the other side, this cabin over here is set up as a twin. You know, single beds, still a nice size, and it leaves plenty of room between them to walk around, get changed. The storage in this cabin is over on this side. Very similar arrangement to what we've seen in the other cabins. Again, you've got the drop down TV, a couple of nice big portholes as well for your natural light, and of course a private bathroom. Another thing we can do from this area is check out the crew space, so let's go and do that. Of course, the crew can get to their quarters on the port side deck on the main deck, but they also have direct access to the guest accommodation through this door here. What I like about this crew mess is how bright it is. Often crew messes are dark, dingy places. Not here. 3 big portholes, loads of natural light in, and obviously pretty good views out as well. This is where the crew are going to dine and chill out. They've got a TV up here. They've also got screens with both, system controls plus cameras, so they can keep an eye on things from down here. They've got sort of mini galley here with a fridge and a bit of prep space, but there is proper ship's galley in its own section over here. Professional feeling setup this. Induction cooking. Nice big oven down here. Obviously you've got serious extraction up above. You've got stainless steel tops, twin sinks, even chef has a nice view out from here as well, and a dumbwaiter so they can send food up to the pantries without the crew having to come down here to pick it up. And obviously you've got good refrigeration in this area as well, though there is a bit more downstairs. And then there were 9 crew on board. They've kindly opened up one of the cabins for us to have a look at and show you guys. So this is a typical bunk cabin on board M. You get a couple of bunks, storage behind the door here, a little bit of shelving up here in a mini desk area, and then of course access to a bathroom. Now the captain has their own cabin up on the bridge deck, so we're going to go there next. Well, we're at the top of the internal staircase here, and we'll head forward first to have a look at the bridge and that captain's cabin I mentioned earlier. The wine cooler up here. This is also a functioning crew space. You can see the dumbwaiter that we just saw in the galley. That comes up to here as well. Another pantry space, coffee making facilities up here, kettle, that sort of thing. The captain's cabin is in there. He's got a nice double cabin and bathroom up on this level, very close to the bridge. And that's important because this is where the business end is. If you're the captain, you're going to be spending a hell of a lot of time in here. This is an Explorer, and it can go some serious distances. It's got a pair of 1,320 horsepower Caterpillars. At 10 knots, it'll cover 5,800 nautical miles, and it will top out at about 15 knots. So it really is an Explorer by more than just name. And it feels like it. Up here, I've got my nice leaning post, which does also become a seat if you want to take the weight off. Obviously, I've got my suite of screens with everything from navigation to systems, sonar, radar, cameras, the works. Really good oversight here, and we are a long way forward on the yacht as well. So if you're ploughing through big seas, you've got a very good view forward. And something I always like to see is these areas. If I was a guest on board and we were doing some serious cruising, I'd want to be up here a lot, looking at what the guys are doing, enjoying the ride from up in this raised position. Of course, it's important for crew as well. People on watch can come up here and sit back behind the helm, and you can see everything really clearly too. And the final thing is this little desk area down here. Obviously you've got comms set up on this side, nice big chart area too, where you can lay out paper charts, and then access out on both sides to the foredeck. And the reason the skipper may want to be out here so quickly is because this is where we find the wing stations. You have these on both sides. You've got repeaters for the throttles and the thrusters and the rudder, and you've got a great view forward, down the side of the boat and aft as well. So when you're manoeuvring in tight spaces, these 2 areas is probably where you want to be. And then moving forward, this isn't really a living area on board M. This is a functioning work area. You've got space for 2 more jet skis, another tender over here. There's a crane to lift all of this stuff in and out, and then you get to the serious business of the anchoring equipment as well. Yeah, serious stuff. Right, before we move on, let's head aft on bridge deck and take a look at that. Right, heading aft on the port side, we have a staircase down onto the main deck from here, and this staircase leads up to the sun deck, which we're going to check out in a moment. Then of course, bridge deck aft is a really important living space on board this boat. Because the aft deck, there isn't really a cockpit, it's that big sort of toy tender helicopter area. This is where outside guests are probably going to be having lunch, dinner, because you have the outdoor dining table, you have yet another really nice bar area with the lovely green marble on top, and then just a lovely lounging space. And this is well clear of any protection. If you want to sit around in the sun, catch the rays on a lovely warm evening like this, this is the place you want to be. You're elevated as well, so if you're in a marina like we are now, you're not right by the quayside. It's much more private, and that's the staircase there that leads from the cockpit up to this area. It's a lovely space, but of course there's more living space inside bridge deck, and that's the upper saloon. The upper saloon, Really lovely space this. People use these areas for all sorts of different things. Often these can be study areas, but this is really attuned towards sort of watching cinema. So there's a projector that drops down from here. It fills pretty much this entire space. You can sit down and watch a film. You know, nice comfortable sofas over here. Obviously you've got these chairs that you can move and swivel around. But in the day, it's a nice place to sit, cool off. Obviously you're well connected to that area as well. You've still got the nice views, big floor to ceiling windows on both sides. It's much more intimate than downstairs, but still a really nice, comfortable seating space. And the last thing to mention on this deck, that doorway there is through to the bridge, which you've already seen, is the dayhead here as well. Right, before we head up to the sun deck, let's check out the engine room. There are a few access points to the engine room. This one is via the hangar. There's an emergency escape hatch here that goes up onto the deck above, the main deck. And then you come straight into the ECR, the engineer control room. And as you might expect, this is where the engineer has oversight of all the systems, even down to a pair of throttles. So if all else fails, can take control from down here. He's got the screens with all the boat systems on, obviously all the switching behind him as well, and a nice window so he can oversee the engines that are down there. So let's go and have a look at those. Down a little run of steps and we're into the main engine space here. The engines themselves are either side of me, but there's loads of space around them. You can walk around and expect them really comfortably. We've got twin generators too, again, one on each side, and it's got Naiad dynamic stabilizers as well, fin stabilizers on a boat like this. So it's a really nice engineering space, and actually drops down here. So again, headroom improves as you walk through the space. You can see we've got backup for backup for backup when it comes to filters as well, so you've got good redundancy there. And there's a hatch in the floor here that drops down to a tank deck that leads all the way through to the crew space, so it's all nicely connected. There's more cooling space down there as well. There's a full-length service tunnel that runs from the beach club right through to the bow. It links the garage, engine room, pump room, laundry and cold stores, giving smoother circulation for the crew, something you rarely find on a yacht of this size. From here, let's head right up to the top to the sun deck. Let's finish off at the top of the yacht on the sun deck then, shall we? And sun deck's got to have a hot tub, and M's is a good one. Fully heated, of course, big too, glass sided as well. And I like the fact that you can, from inside, just swim up to the bar, sit with a drink. Somebody can sort of lean and have a chat with the people in there as well. It works really, really nicely. And it's very close to the main bar itself, all real marble. This is incredibly heavy. Is there any doubt that this was real marble? That certainly puts that to bed. It's really lovely, possibly the world's poshest chopping board. No grill up here, but what you have got is direct plug-ins for, say, a set of DJ decks. It's all pre-wired, you can plug them in. It's got an amazing speaker system, this boat. They spent about €1 million on the AV alone. It's all hardwired up into the hardtop, so if you want to have a party, yeah, this is the place to be. And then moving further aft, plenty of space to move around this area. You've got your bar stools, of course, and more of this detailing that we've seen on the interior. That's nice that that all matches. And I like this area. You've got a little crash area down here. See a sort of smaller table for some drinks, maybe snacks, playing cards, that type of thing. And they've actually got heaters overhead, so if it's a bit chillier in the evening, you can still set up here and be quite comfortable. And then right aft, on a sun deck, you've got to have hot tubs and you've got to have sunbathing space, and this has got plenty of that. And these are actually, you can detach these, put them that side if you want to, but just sheer sunbathing space, shaded at the moment, but if you want to be more in the sun, they can just take that down and you can sunbathe away. Lovely stuff. M finely blends the cruising potential and toy carrying ability of an explorer yacht with top-notch interior finishes. In fact, the interior is a reason to buy this boat alone, and it sets it apart from other explorers whose interiors don't display such imagination. And don't forget how capable this boat is. It's got a steel hull, nearly 6,000 nautical miles of cruising range. It punches well above its weight. And if you like it, you want to charter it or buy it, it's on with TWW Yachts, and I put more information in the links below this video. Thank you very much for watching that tour of M. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please give the video a like if you did, and if you like your Explorer yachts, why not go and have a look at our tour of Pink Shadow, the Diamond Explorer. I'll put that up there for you. If you would like to subscribe, you can do that by clicking up there. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jack Haines. This is YachtBuyer.